Hi Aries, welcome back to my channel, Karma Fox. I am doing your weekly reading. I hope you're doing well. I want to take a second to remind you that this is a general reading. It may not resonate with every Aries out there. So guys, take what resonates for you and leave the rest for someone else. Remember that the energies can reverse. So if it's resonating, Aries, get in where you fit in, but don't force yourself into a reading that's not for you. Spirit, can I have the energy of the sign of Aries? Aries. All right, Aries, you are starting out with the Seven of Cups. You have the Seven of Wands, and you have the Three of Wands. All right, so you look like you have some options here. I do feel like this is with regard to feelings and emotions and love. However, you're realizing that not every option is going to be good for you. I also feel like you may have a lot of responsibilities that are taking place right now. There's some confusion in your energy as well, partially because of the options that you have, but also because I feel that you just got a lot on you right now. It's almost like I see somebody that you feel like you're getting hit from all different directions, or that there's a lot of people that require something of you right now. And I do feel like, you know, that's creating some stress in your life and possibly a little confusion. You're trying to figure it out. Three of Wands tells me you're waiting for something. You're standing your ground and you're waiting for something. So let me see who's in your energy. We'll clarify to see what exactly you're waiting for here. Uh-oh. Now, some of you could be dealing with a Capricorn, but I just had some toxic energy come out as well. So, show me who Aries is dealing with. The Nine of Pentacles, the Two of Wands, and the Devil. So, somebody is very attracted to you. Now, with the Nine of Pentacles, this person is showing up here as being single, or at least behaving in a very single manner. They're very independent, whoever this is. I do feel like this is somebody who is doing well financially. They could live at a distance from you, and if so, they may be thinking about traveling to see you. But like I said, this person is very attracted to you. They see you as a temptation. There could be some toxic energy, but it does look like it's more or less related. And we'll clarify, but at this point, it looks like it's more or less related to them liking their independence, liking being single. Let me see. Show me the energy between Aries and this person. Show me the energy between Aries and this person. Nine of Swords in the reverse. So that's positive. Yeah, you're trying to figure out how to decrease this anxiety that you're feeling, you know, decrease some of these responsibilities, or, you know, this could also be people opposing what it is that you're wanting to do. So you're looking at how can you eliminate this? How can you eliminate these problems, concerns, worries? Because I can see, Aries, that in the past you had a lot of anxiety, a lot of stress, but now you're starting to see beyond that. You're starting to see that, you know, your life can be very different here, but you're still trying to figure it out, and there's still some confusion. Now, the person that's in your energy, again, I'm getting that energy of somebody who likes being single, somebody who enjoys, and it's not for any nefarious reason that I can see. It's just this person enjoys their being able to call their own shots. They're very independent minded, and they don't like dealing with a lot of problems or anxiety. So let me see. Show me what's affecting this connection. The World. There's some sort of a cycle here that is closing out so a new cycle can begin, and that's directly bringing down a lot of these feelings of losing sleep, worrying. Yeah. And it's happening, this cycle is closing out, Aries, because you decided to choose or to stand your ground. Yeah, you're standing your ground with someone, or, you know, in a situation here. So it's closing this cycle out. It's pulling down all this anxiety that you experience. And I feel like you're now getting like this fresh start that you've been waiting for. Show me the outcome between Aries and this person. Show me the outcome. Yeah, I feel like you've been waiting for this, this new start. Page of Swords, yeah. So, trying to figure it out. There's still a sense of trying to figure it out. That's also communication. So, we'll clarify that as well. Bottom of the deck is the Ten of Pentacles. Now, that is underlying energy, and it does indicate to me that you're thinking about things from a long-term perspective. This is having it all, basically, and that's what you're looking for. You want it all. You don't want just a piece of that pie. You want to have the family, the extended family, the loyalty, the money, the finances. You want the whole enchilada, and I don't blame you. Who doesn't? So I do think that you're looking at things from a very long-term perspective, and that's probably a good thing. So let's clarify. Spirit, why is the Seven of Cups here for Aries? All right, Queen of Cups reversed and the Four of Wands reversed. You may have just recently ended something, possibly a marriage or a long-term connection. Why? Well, because you did have options, and I do feel that you didn't feel, you weren't in love with whoever it was that you had this ending with. I definitely feel like this was a very difficult time for you, and you kind of had to put a wall around your heart during this. There was a lot of instability, and that contributed to the anxiety that you were experiencing. But like I said, that's the cycle that's closing out. Show me the Seven of Wands. Show me the Seven of Wands for the person in Aries energy. All right, we have the Eight of Swords reversed, and we have the Hangman. So that's repeating energy. This is also speaking of freeing oneself from anxiety. And then we have the waiting again, waiting for this cycle to end, waiting for the new cycle to begin. It's like you felt very stuck for quite some time. I will say, Aries, that you really did go through quite a bit. But you're on the other side of that now, and it was a battle for you to get there. It was not easy, and I feel like you kind of had to fight a lot of people in your energy here. You had to really stand your ground in order to move forward and to get what it is that you wanted. So whatever this ending was, and it does look like well, I can tell you it had to do with a love relationship, but regardless, it created a lot of instability, and I feel like a lot of people were coming up against you about this. But you stood your ground, and now you're moving through that cycle. So let me see the Three of Wands. Show me the Three of Wands for Aries. The Death card in reverse, and the Eight of Cups reversed. Okay, so there's something here that's not quite closed out. And this is why you're in this waiting energy. There's just some remnants of something here. It's just unfinished business. How frustrating. How frustrating. So it is a progression, and I can see that, you've come a long way, but there's still something. There's still something that's not quite closed out. And it's going to have to be revisited. And you're aware of this. You know this. You may be trying to figure it out. There's someone or something that you walked away from something, and now you have to go back to it. It's just, there's something that's keeping you from completely closing it out, but it's coming. It is coming. Let me look at this person's energy. Show me the Nine of Pentacles for the person that is in Aries energy. Okay, we have the World in reverse. Now, in the center of your reading, it's in the upright, and then we have the Page of Cups reversed. So this person has been watching you. This person is aware that you're trying to close something out. This could be a new person that's in your energy. You have feelings for them. They have feelings for you. You're both holding back. I will say that this person can be a little bit immature, Aries, in how they express their feelings and their emotions. They have feelings for you, though. And I do feel like you're both kind of holding back until whatever this is resolves itself. This person could be younger than you, or they could just be a little bit more immature than you are. So the reason they're holding back, though, is double. It's twofold in that one is they know that this cycle, whatever this is you're trying to close out, has to close out so that the two of you can move forward. And the other reason is because this person truly does, whether they're telling you this or not, they enjoy being single. Let me see the Two of Wands. Yeah, Queen of Wands and the Five of Wands. Now, for some of you, this was a third party. You met this person before you had fully completed this, whatever it is you're closing out here. I will tell you this person is strongly, strongly attracted to you. Now, they are conflicted about, this transition, because they know that once you close out whatever this is, that's when the two of you begin. And there is some conflict because, like I said, they enjoy their freedom. However, they are strongly attracted to you, especially physically. I do feel like some of you have had some conflict about what was the right action or what was the right thing to do. So there is some conflict within your energy with this person, but that too is going to end. Yeah. This person may feel that they've had to compete for your attention as well. Show me the Devil. Show me the Devil. You might be dealing with another Aries, a Leo, or a Sagittarius. Show me the Devil. Okay, so we have the Two of Cups, Gemini energy, and we have the Seven of Wands. All right, so yeah, you both have the Seven of Wands. So there has been some conflict between the two of you. However, this person does want to be on the same page with you. They do feel that you're a soulmate. And I do feel that this person will be reaching out to you to let you know, look, I am so attracted to you. You're waiting. You're still waiting. You're still trying to close out something in its entirety. But I will tell you that this person, although you're both holding back your feelings and emotions, this person is very soon going to express their emotions. I'm really getting the sense that the two of you have had to kind of go against the popular opinion. A lot of people have opposed this relationship on both sides, on your side as well as theirs. But at the end of the day, this person you're going to be on the same page with this person because they're going to stand their ground as well. Yeah, so let me look at the energy between Aries and this person. Yeah, this has been a struggle. Show me the Nine of Swords reversed. Page of Pentacles, Ten of Swords in the reverse. This person knows that you have to heal from this. They're waiting for this recovery. So this is a new person in your energy. And I do feel like it's somebody that you do have some communication with. It might not be a lot right now because you're both kind of trying to hold back until everything is resolved in your energy here. However, I do see that there is some communication, and I do see that you are offering this person something, or you're receiving some sort of an offer from them. And it's not anything huge. It looks like it's a beginning, that the two of you are waiting for this beginning. There could have been an ending between the two of you at some point while you were going through all of this. And that could have been where the conflict came from. But I do see that if that's the case, this person is all in. They want to, because they never felt like there was an ending between the two of you. This person is really attracted to you. And if that is the case where, there was a temporary pause or a temporary ending in this connection, I do see that this person wants to rebuild this connection. And that temporary ending, it was very painful for them. But I do see you talking to this person, communicating with this person, saying, hey, you know what? I do have feelings for you. There's an offer that's here. You're either receiving it or giving it, but it's small with the intent of growing. So the Page of Pentacles begins, but your goal is to grow it to the Ten of Pentacles. And so I do feel like this person, they were hurt in this process. As you were going through this, they had to kind of pull back. Let me see the World. But they want this connection. Show me the World. Now, if you had brought them in as a third party, they may have felt like you chose someone over them at some point. And they also may have felt very betrayed by that. All right, we have the Ten of Wands reverse. And there is the Eight of Wands. Yeah. If this person lives at a distance from you, they're definitely making plans to travel towards you. I definitely see that they are also, this is somebody who may be like planning what it is that they want to say to you, because there could have been some conflict between the two of you. And you may have been waiting to resolve that. They definitely have been waiting to resolve that. And I do feel that this is somebody who is going to approach you. You may have reached out to them with a text or something very small, but I do feel like it's going to open the door. I see a lot of communication taking place. I feel like there was a temporary pause while you were dealing with some other ending here, and I feel like this person felt betrayed by that. They felt like they were, you know, in some manner they were competing, or it could have even been, you know, family or friends. There's on each side, there's people disapproving of this connection. And so I do feel that there was a pause here, and I do feel like it's resolving. It's right in the center of the reading. There's going to be some communication back and forth that is going to help to resolve this wait, this pause. It's going to end that cycle so that you can move forward, and you've been waiting to do that. But I also feel like you were holding back from any kind of communication with this person until you had reached a point where you could free yourself from all of this other stuff that is not within the relationship but outside of it. So let me see your outcome. And I do see those problems resolving. I see forward movement happening, and when it happens, it's going to be very sudden, very quick. It's almost like the floodgates open, you know? Okay, so we have the Tower, we have the Knight of Swords, we have the Five of Cups. Okay, so there's still some unresolved things in your energy, and likely also with this person. I don't feel like you ever wanted to, you know, walk away from this person. I don't feel like you wanted the pause here. But you have felt like you have to until something that you're dealing with, it looks like an ending, is resolved. So I do see that there's going to be this torrential communication. There's a lot of communication that's happening here. So if you've had silence between you and this person, that is now ending. There will be a lot of communication. However, be aware that it may lead to an argument. Because there's a truth that's going to be spoken, Aries, and this truth is going to cause a Tower moment for you. It's going to cause this person, because this person doesn't feel like they're a priority in your life. They feel like they're an option in your life. They love you and they want to talk with you, but again, I'm seeing it's going to lead to conflict. And it's because this was built on some sort of a toxic foundation. So I do feel like there is something that you're trying to walk away from, trying to end. It's not completely resolved yet. And so you're having difficulty doing that. This person is not happy about the situation. They are going to tell you that. And I do feel like there is somebody that is also affecting this situation. Somebody who is, you know, because the Page of Swords can sometimes be, you know, gossip. And you're both dealing with that. So I feel like there's gossip that's going on. I feel like there's somebody else that's trying to stir the pot. And I do feel like that's what's ultimately going to lead to this argument. The person in your energy is going to wind up, questioning, do you even love them? They're looking at everything. They're looking at what this person is telling them. They know they love you. They know they want to be on the same page. But there's somebody, it's not them that's toxic. It's somebody that is in their energy that's basically gossiping, carrying stories, telling them things. They'll confront you with it. When they do, it will create this tower moment for you because you're still having to hold back. You're still having to wait because there is something you're ending that's not complete yet, and you can't quite walk away. So it could have to do with family, or it could have to do with money. It might have to do with, being a long-term connection, but there is a tower moment attached to a argument that will come from this other party that is stirring the pot. Now, the good news is you have the devil in the reverse as the underlying energy. So basically this is saying that think about things from the long-term perspective. You won't be waiting forever, and this toxic situation is going to end. Whether the toxicity is coming from this person that is, interfering in your connection, or it's, coming from the ending of a toxic situation that you're exiting. Regardless, the toxicity is ending. So just know that this is going to happen. Sometimes, being prepared is half the battle. And know that it's not going to last forever. All right, I'm going to pull an oracle card for you. I really feel like somebody's stirring the pot here, and it's most likely on their side. But I also feel like they will stand their ground with that person. It might take a minute to do so, Aries. All right. So your advice, Aries, it says have confidence. Moving forward does not necessarily require you to have confidence in yourself. Confidence in God is enough, along with knowing that God works through you and with you in all ways. Lean upon us if your confidence wavers, and we will buoy your courage and your faith. So have confidence that everything is working out in your favor and that you are protected here. All right, I hope that this has been helpful for you, Aries. If you have resonated with this reading, hit the like button. Be sure to subscribe to my channel and hype the video if you get the opportunity. Until I see you in your next reading, Aries, know that you are loved, and namaste.